All right, let's cut over to Rook's team. It's dark, and this Ashen Ale Tavern is pretty close to the Burnt Citadel. It's within sight of the walls, basically.
Right.
So
it's perfectly positioned to be a cop bar.
Exactly. So it's getting near the 8th bell. It's not quite totally dark yet, but it is. The sun's mostly gone.
Yeah.
Dwindling twilight. A lot of cops just got off. Well, paladins just got off of
they're eating their donuts and their coffee.
Indeed, they're shuffling in. The house is in there is packed, and
they're Citadel Order Paladins, so it's perfectly reasonable to call them cops. That's their acronym.
There you go.
That's true.
Perfect.
Great. Yeah. So, how are you handling this? You don't see any sign of the Cinderwings just yet.
Well, I guess we're going to, for the moment, lie in wait.
Oh.
Do some lurking.
So basically, you're not in the bar itself. You're going to hang out across the street. Okay.
No.
Hey, I have to confirm. You never know with Mohktesh in your party.
No, we're showing some caution and sense, and not wanting to get stuck in the middle of a fight between two groups of lunatics.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
It's a good idea. All right, so I won't make you roll for stealth just because you're hanging out in a bar. No one's really paying it, or hanging out across from a bar. No one's really paying attention to you. I mean,
we're sitting in a dark corner by ourselves.
Outside of it, no less.
That's how out of the main part of the bar we are. Not even in the bar.
All right.
Gyrax adjusts his fake mustache.
As you guys watch across the way, you see characters that are very obviously not paladins due to lack of shiny armor and things like that, and not buff.
Pretty sure that guy's a rogue.
Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty much exactly like that. It kind of sidle up into the alleys around the bar. There's not many of them, actually. There's only 4. And they kind of start fiddling around. You can't really see what they're doing because it's too dark across the way. What do you do?
What do you guys think?
I think it looks legit.
Okay, that statement means nothing. What looks legit? Like what? Also,
there wasn't a guy at the bar?
I also
Let's
can't really see Gyrax saying that looks legit.
That looks legit.
Legit means delicious, right? Okay, sorry. Describe again to me the situation, Steve.
Okay, so you all are hanging out in an alleyway across from the bar, on the other side of the street. You're watching the bar itself, and there's a lot of paladins in there. Now there's 2 dudes on each side of the bar's alleys have now arrived and are starting to fiddle around. You can't really tell what's happening, but they're doing something in the alleyways of the bar.
Perhaps we should wait a bit longer and see what happens.
Can I cast my mind out to see what their intent is?
Sure.
Okay, I do that.
Roll 1d6.
Boo!
Well, hold on. What does your psychic basic ability do? What does it say? I don't know. I know you can do something in terms of...
It's the one where he can tell if he's being...
to me.
If he can tell if somebody's, if they're being dishonest, but not about what.
Right, and he can facilitate communication non-verbally. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you would have to mind scan them to do anything.
Richard. Is that something I can do from over here?
I'll say yes, because you can directly see them.
Yeah. And apparently I can use my telepathic powers on up to 10 people simultaneously. Good for me.
Indeed.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to read their minds then.
Alright, roll the d6. Nice. For once, not a 3.
Yeah, that's a rarity.
Alright.
So then it comes with no drawback, so you can either read their surface thoughts or ask them a particular thing.
Well, since they're there in the alley, let's read their surface thoughts to get an idea on what they're up to.
Alright. All 4 of them are very much nervous, not quite panicking, but they are definitely understanding that. Basically, you get the impression that they're going to attack this place, and they're a little nervous about it. But they're also very excited, and their blood's up, definitely. One thing comes to you very clearly, though, the word bomb.
Good thing for us if it's dear. That's like a trigger word for him.
What? No, I can control my explosions. Come on, I'm not there, but I heard
You've never had to sleep next to you. Aww.
I don't get it.
Alright.
Rook is a deep sleeper.
Alright, so, what you doing now? They seem to be finished with whatever preparations they have, and now they seem to be retreating away from the tavern, but, like, not running from it. Like, more like kind of backing up.
What's going on?
Mock will quickly tell the others the very important part of they just dropped a bomb. And then what do we want to do? Do we want to step up, or do we want to also get out of here?
I feel like this is going to put a crimp in our plans.
So maybe we should try to, I don't know, if not dissuade them, discreetly impede them.
I think it might be a bit late for dissuasion.
Yeah.
Do we want to stop them, though, or let them go?
I'll let them
They're
go.
still around.
They're hanging out probably to see what happens.
We're getting the marshmallows ready.
In fact, as you watch, very obvious sparks start happening, and it's pretty obvious that they just lit a fuse on both sides of the tavern. It's starting to race away from them towards the tavern.
Better do something, guys.
Are we just gonna
What are we
watch?
supposed to do?
We did. We watched.
Just gonna watch.
I thought this was gonna be like an attack, and we'd be able to like, knock out fucking paladins over the head.
Gyrax is going to frantically run out and pretend to trip and roll, and he's going to roll in such a way that he rolls right over one of the fuses and puts it out.
Well, you gotta roll that.
Oh!
He's going to use his pratfall skill.
We're gonna call this.
Oh boy!
It's got to be a pratfall. That's exactly what it is. He's Mr. Beaning it.
He's 100% right.
Okay, roll 1d6
Go get
for a
him, Chevy.
pratfall. Unskilled pratfall.
he's gonna twist his ankle.
He's going to break his goddamn neck.
Why?
Oh, you pratfall on top of the bomb.
Oh no!
Isn't the bomb in the bar?
No, it's on the
they're
wall
on the
outside.
sides.
Basically, they're setting up bombs outside the walls of the building. And they're going to blow up the sides of the wall.
As
And
soon
now
as-
they're going to blow up Gyrax.
Now they're going to blow up Gyrax, so I'll allow one more action.
As soon as Gyrax, yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Can I summon my wind elemental to?
No,
put
that
the
takes
fuse
way
out?
too much time.
Okay, too much time. Can I blow really hard and try to put it out?
Oh, I think you can blow really hard.
Aww.
Oh.
Harshed.
I'm kidding.
It's like Gyrax is on the game over screen, the continue screen of the Final Fight games.
I know where you're going for there. Frantically.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what's happening. Timer's ticking down. Come on, guys. Don't fail me now. I'm the most popular character. If I die, your stream levels tank.
Not really much we can do.
Well,
throw your knife to nip off the fuse before it blows up in Gyrax's face.
I'm going to say Gyrax can't react to this because he's recovering from the fall, so it has to be either Rook or Mohktesh.
How far away is this?
Across the street. So,
I mean, as soon as Gyrax dashes out, arguably Mohktesh is going to. I mean, if
Mohktesh is going to leave.
Yeah. He disappears into the shadows like a vampire. But
for some reason he's shouting, "I'm a vampire! I'm a vampire!"
Exactly. If Rook doesn't step out as well, he's probably gonna kind of clap Rook on the shoulder as the sign that they should be moving as well.
Away or towards?
Probably towards. Can I read the bomb's mind? Dragon Slayer wants to know.
No.
The bomb's mind is saying, "Gonna blow up, gonna blow up, gonna blow up."
I'm nearly there. The dirty bomb.
Boo.
I kind of wish that was in character.
The only thing I can actually think of at this point is in fact Arp's suggestion to try and throw a knife from here and
all right.
cut the...
I've got cantrips, which I think means I can do telekinetic stuff, but
yes.
Could he use cantrip to do that?
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
There you go.
So what? I'm going to move some dust off the ground onto the fuse?
No, I'm sure you can just, do like a force pinch thing.
Oh, okay. All right, let's do that then.
What I wanted to see happen was Rook throw his knife at the fuse, and it cuts the fuse in half, and then the fuse behind where the cut happens lights back up.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
The friction from the knife ignited the fuse.
It set that fuse right off.
All right. Smug, roll a d6.
All right.
Unless you're going to AP it, which you'll do 2d6.
I don't know. Do you guys think I should?
Nah, this isn't important.
What's the worst? What's the worst that could happen?
It's okay. Dragonborn can regenerate.
He does it.
Can't.
4 is a success, so it's skill.
Nice. So what was I doing again?
You were force pinching the fuse on the bomb that Gyrax is on top of. So you successfully snuff the fuse.
So that's 1 out of 2.
Gyrax, yeah, well.
Yeah, it's
Gyrax
the side
is
that's blow up. It's the side that would blow up Gyrax, though.
Yeah, so the one under Gyrax does not blow up, but the one on the other side does blow up.
Wait, who said I was trying to snuff that one?
The assumption was you were trying to save Gyrax's life.
Oh, yep. All right, let's go with it.
Is that not the case?
No, that's fine. Okay. Let's go with it.
Thank you, Ko. God.
All right. So the bomb under Gyrax does not blow up, but the bomb on the other side of the bar does, and it's this huge, just kind of hollow boom that hits you square in the chest, all 3 of you.
Aw.
Ow.
It doesn't hurt, but it's definitely a force. It wasn't a small bomb. Gyrax. That would have hurt Gyrax just a little bit.
But I had the whole bar to tank the hit for me.
No, the one underneath you. If it had gone off,
right,
would have hurt.
Yeah,
yes.
that one would have.
A lot.
Yeah,
but the other one,
blood.
Yeah, the other one. The other one doesn't go off in your face. So there's a significant portion of stuff between you and it. Yes.
I hope Gyrax never finds out how the bomb was shut off, and he just believes it was a draconic prophecy.
Yeah, exactly.
Interceding.
So it appears I am not to die yet, because I am chosen.
I am the chosen one.
So here's what happens. There's a hole caved into the side of the Ashenale Tavern, and the 2 dudes, Rook, at least Rook can see, on that side, immediately rush into the bar. And there's shouts, there's screams, all sorts of stuff. Now, the two on the side that Gyrax is on, and of course Mohktesh, they come forward and like, who the hell are you? And they're not immediately trying to attack you or anything, but they're like trying to get you the hell off their bomb.
Get off my bomb.
This is our bomb.
What the hell it is?
Sorry, my apologies. I can be very clumsy sometimes when I am.
They just start shoving you as you talk.
Hey!
They're like kicking you off their bomb.
It's like,
Watch it.
You seem
Don't
to
you
have
know who he is?
They don't seem to care.
Calm down. We're on your
You
side.
seem to have accidentally assembled a bomb. Do not worry. I will help clear the area.
No, they're kicking Gyrax like in the snout.
It's.
You may not be aware, but that is unpleasant.
The snout is very sensitive to my people, as I realize in your culture this may be how you say hello, but how it causes me much pain.
It's an erogenous zone.
So Gyrax should never go to Japan.
Oh dear. So yeah, what are you doing? They're trying to get you out of the alley.
Well, Gyrax is not really... He's putting up a fuss, but he's not exactly resisting. He's just kind of...
No.
Yeah.
Hey, look. We'll let you have your bomb, but you gotta do something for us.
I can just see Rook standing on the opposite side of the street, his face in his hand. But,
Rook, get over here.
No.
No, one of them is, who very conspicuously, now that you're like near them, is wielding a crossbow. He starts like just trying to push you guys out of the alley, while the other guy, he goes to the bomb again and starts trying to relight it. They don't seem to really care what you're saying.
Tough crowd.
Yep. So what you doing about it?
Why did we turn off the bomb? Why was any of this happening?
Because
we wanted some of the guys inside to get knocked out instead of blown up. We need intact guys with
intact uniforms, yeah.
Right.
So why didn't we just find some other guys and let these guys get blown up?
It seemed like we needed to do something.
Your better nature overcame you.
I was apparently trying to save Gyrax's life.
Gyrax strongly felt the draconic prophecies working through him.
And now Gyrax owes me a Wookiee blood oath.
Fortunately, now the bomb doesn't work because Gyrax fear peed all over it.
It's not pee.
Well, he's a dinosaur. Those are like birds, right? So it's probably both?
Yeah. It's just this white mess.
It's a 1 and a 2.
So,
Paladins mistake it for something else.
Oh.
I mean, I guess so. These guys are really wanting to get this job done.
Yeah, they have relit the bomb, and now they're working. They're like moving back towards like the front of the alley where you guys are to get away from it.
Not so fast.
I mean, hasn't the other bomb exploding caused any sort of commotion?
Oh yeah, there's a hell of a lot of commotion. Just nothing has from other parts except for within the bar. Like there's no overt reaction just yet. It's been like a minute.
Has somebody like fallen out the busted wall on fire yet?
Probably.
Not on that
with
side.
Like a Wilhelm scream?
Yeah, probably.
Well, since they've already lit it, they're trying to get out. We're in the way. I mean, Gyrax. What the hell were you thinking? Let's just get out of here.
Are you going to?
I kind of want to ask them some questions, but they don't seem to be in much of a talkative mood for a very obvious reason.
No, they're here to kill paladins.
Maybe we can ask them politely to leave some bodies for us to take the clothes off of.
I mean, Mohktesh is going to move out of the way.
That was phrased poorly.
Mohktesh is going to move out of the way so that they can get out, but he's going to be asking them, like, are you guys doing this elsewhere?
They just kind of look at Mohktesh and just, like, no, they don't answer that.
Hey, are you guys terroristing anywhere else?
As I ask them that.
I will allow it.
God, I'm going to be doing this a lot now. I should make it an automatic assumption. I'm always reading minds.
Always be reading.
Terrible invasion of privacy.
Well,
it balances out the fact that he can't read.
Yeah, exactly.
Is the 5 the one that you just rolled?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So yeah, you get to either read surface thoughts or one particular question.
Well, you were asking a question, so that seems...
Yeah, exactly.
So are they doing it in other places?
Yeah, are there more bombs that are going off?
The answer apparently is no.
Intriguing.
And as soon as you get that answer, the other bomb goes off. Then they turn around, rush right into the building, and well, there's more screams and dying and death.
Wow.
Yep.
I think we found Gyrax's heretics.
So what are you doing now, while paladins presumably are being murdered?
Maybe we should kind of creep in there and drag some away under the pretense of helping.
And rubberneck, just watch what they're doing real slow.
I'm going to keep an eye out for any reinforcements.
Thanks, Rook. Thanks.
Okay, you do see some immediately coming from up the road from where the fortress is. There's a detachment of paladins coming, like now.
How many?
At least, let's say 6.
Well, this isn't good because if they go in there and they kill everybody, they're going to recover their dead, and we're not going to have any uniforms, so...
Oh, how dark do we want to go here?
What the fuck? Can I get over to one of those holes in the wall?
In the bar? Or the tavern? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you'll be crossing the street, and they will see you doing so.
Right, that's the problem.
I guess you can try to make a sneak roll.
Alright, I'll try and stealth my way across.
It's unskilled, yeah?
Nope, it's skilled.
Ooh.
Yeah, we really picked the wrong people for these missions.
You just really didn't want to go in the sewer.
Alright, skill, that's success. So you're fairly certain that no one saw you get across the street, because it's now... The bells from 8 o'clock, basically, are ringing. It's actually quite chaotic now, but it's pretty much full dark, so pretty much you're able to move in such a way where you're pretty sure they didn't see you, because it did shout, so...
Right. Quick peek inside.
Quick peek inside. Shit is definitely bananas. Fires. A lot of paladins are dead. At least one of their dudes, one of the supposedly Cinderwings dude, has been hurt. In fact, they seem to be in the process of withdrawing, but basically the one injured guy has to be, like, hauled out of there.
Are they having trouble hauling him?
Not exactly. Like, it's definitely slowing them down, but he's more like, took a hit to the head, kind of injured, rather than leg busted, kind of injured.
Okay, I call in, hurry up, the paladins are on their way.
They snap to look at you, and they, like, freak out a little bit, and even the guy who, like, got dazed is, like, trying to rush now.
Okay, are there any paladins that are, how many?
Not shielдлess.
How many? Let's see. They're all. The paladins are mostly human, I'm guessing, right?
Or at least humanoid. Yes.
Okay, so.
The most diversity you're going to get is probably like a half orc.
Right. So Gyrax is out. Frazzlefuse is out. Depp is a robot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a dwarf probably about the same size as a goblin.
Okay. Guys, I say, turning quickly to Mohktesh and Gyrax. We need to grab a couple bodies. Are they wearing armor?
No, they're not wearing armor, but they are wearing like very distinctive kind of off-duty tabard sort of deals.
Right, which are probably ruined.
Yeah.
It's okay, you can make an unskilled roll for stain removal.
We can take them to a launder.
Yeah, that's
Skylar's
in the least.
Skylar's playing a maid, maybe that's her thing now.
Or we just take them down to the river later and clean them ourselves.
Also an option. Well, Gyrax sets to work without even without even missing a beat.
Okay, grab a couple quickly.
Yes. Okay, he does it fast.
Yeah, I guess Mohktesh will help. The alternative is that we kill the 6 guys coming.
Yeah, no, grab a couple quickly and get the fuck out.
Okay. So you're trying to grab 2?
We would need 3.
If there's a dwarf one that could fit Frazzle Fuse, sure. Otherwise, 1 for me, 1 for Mohktesh.
Yeah, because only the human-looking people need to do this part. So yeah.
Okay.
And maybe Skylar. So.
Yeah, like a sexy ghost one.
Yeah.
But there's 3 of us, so.
I don't think there's really any need to make your roll. So yeah, you go ahead and get the as many outfits as you need.
Right.
Or as many bodies as you need. It should be about, let's say, 4. One dwarf plus 3 humanoids.
Okay. And we get as far away with the bodies as we can while staying in the alleys.
Okay.
We're just piling them on Gyrax's back. I'm not a mule.
Alright. You successfully pull out.
Back.
They smell like barbecue.
They kind of do a little bit. Alright, so that'll be that. You guys make it out of there just as the first paladins are arriving. They're more interested in seeing what the hell's going on inside of the bar than they are in checking the surroundings. Right. So you're able to slip away.
And presumably also the Cinderwings got away too.
Yes, they seem to have. Alright.
Okay, so
did when we were grabbing the bodies, were they just butchering everything around us?
No, they'd already left. Out. Yeah, they left.
So they blew it up. They had our little confrontation with us. The second bomb went off. They ran in, butchered people, then ran.
Yeah, pretty much. They basically killed anybody who was still up and moving.
Badasses.
Not really.
Not really. It was very kind of more like that. Wasn't really professional.
Day and age, is this story appropriate, Steve?
No, not at all.
Is my game now being
This is inappropriate.
Inappropriate, is it?
We've created a real gray area here where neither side is good.
Wait,
and we're just trying to take advantage. I know.
That's exactly what Eberron's for.
I know.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to take advantage.
We're just trying to get by. We're just a couple of girls trying to make ends meet.
Alright, now before we close out for the night, let's switch back to Depp and Frazzle Fuse.
Alright.
Frazzle Fuse has a weird feeling that a bomb went off somewhere.
You probably hear it. I mean, it's pretty close nearby.
I reckon that's our signal, Frazzle Fuse.
Wonder where they got the bomb from. That seems a little weird. I didn't make a bomb for him. Did you make a bomb for him?
I don't recall.
Bomb jealousy.
Weird.
Maybe it's something these Cinderwangs did.
I guess that's possible.
You just didn't see how that's right, though. Right. So you guys are in the shit canals. It is terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It is indeed pretty bad. You see nary a guard, but it is quite dark down here.
Okay.
Yeah, stink lines are now all over the place. So, now that you're in here and you're, Depp's up to his shins, Frazzle Fuse is more up to his waist.
Oh.
Damn. Oh.
What's your objective? Where are you headed?
We're gonna head generally Citadel-wards because our goal is to see where this goes and see if it'll get us near the tower.
All right. So there's plenty of inlets that you notice It seems actually like a fairly modern building.
Mm-hmm.
It might even go so far as to have indoor plumbing. Ooh.
What?
Whoa.
So let's have one of you try to make a navigation check, and one of you can help if you so desire.
Okay. I don't think I can stretch any of my skills to navigation. Streetwise.
No.
Yeah, I don't think. I can investigate the route.
I've got a skill that might help in this dark environment. This little thing the goblins have called dark vision.
Oh, that's true. Yes. So is that a skill?
That is a skill.
It's a little weird as a skill, but that's fine. I understand. So, basically what you can do is you can have Frazzle Fuse to make the roll, and then Depp can still help if he wishes to.
Okay.
But basically what Depp would be doing is rolling 2 dice and taking the lower, because he's unskilled.
Okay.
But if he rolls above what Frazzle Fuse does by chance, it'll raise it by 1.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll try and help you out with my streetwise skills.
No, it'd be unskilled.
I'm gonna roll my 1d6.
I'm role-playing here. Depp stops a passing turd.
Oh, nice.
All right. 5.
No.
No. So the help isn't really all that much. But fortunately, Frazzle Fuse can see pretty damn good in the dark, so he doesn't really need much in the way of assistance.
Oh, it's really gross in here. Don't try and see anything. It's awful. There's poops floating by all the time.
Is that what this was?
Yeah, don't touch anything.
You organics are disgusting.
I really like how this is where things have taken us to talking about poop everywhere.
You say that like it's unusual.
Yeah.
No, like this always happens, I think, pretty sure.
It's not unusual to wander around and poop.
Alright, so Frazzle Fuse, you're able to eventually find what amounts to a grate, another one.
Nice.
And it seems to pop up into the... Hi, Beagle. Pop up into the courtyard.
The High Beagle?
Hi, Beagle.
Yeah, it's like a modified version of the ship that Darwin was on.
But yeah, the grate pokes up into one of the corners of the courtyard, and in fact, from the darkness, you can make out the looming shape of the tower a little bit away.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, can we see anyone around the tower?
Oh yeah, there's guards all over. So let's go back to our little map here, because that'll be useful. So let's say you're kind of right here, the little circle I had. Basically, you're poking your heads up from up under there, and you kind of see the tower in the distance. It's basically just a big shape.
All right.
There are a bunch of torches lit everywhere, silver torches, of course.
Naturally.
But there are quite a few guards. They seem distressed.
But they haven't left their post.
Oh no.
It's a shame they're such good soldiers. These cops are reliable. So we need, we've got a way in.
Mm-hmm.
If only we had some paladin uniforms. And some humanoids to wear them. This would be a real useful entrance.
And a shower to have after we came through this real useful entrance.
You got a point there. I forgot for a moment how bad things smell.
There's probably a well in the courtyard, though. I bet you could just take a dunk of that.
Are there any sources of water nearby between us and the tower?
Let's say no.
No, so we'd have to bring our own cleaning supplies. Wet naps, perhaps.
Moist towelettes.
Some moist towelettes. Something to dry off with. Well, this is definitely a way that we could get in.
Frazzle Fuse is in an infinite loop.
You alright? You alright, Frazzle Fuse?
There is one little complication, though.
What's that?
The grate seems a little more welded in. It's not bolted in.
Well...
Frazzle Fuse.
I got the solution to that, but it's noisy.
Now, when you've been making bombs in the past, have you ever had a type of substance that might erode these welding?
Oh, let me use my skill of chemistry to try and remember some cool chemical compounds that could quietly wreck up a grate. Like Smarty Pants.
Hmm.
Okay.
Do you
That's
keep
the
your
quietest way to wreck up a grate? Something like thermite.
Frazzle Fuse accidentally invents thermite.
No, it's called Gobmite. Come on.
Oh! Of course.
It's called
Frazzleite.
Frazzleite.
It's called Vegemite.
Gross.
All right. So yeah, you have your way in.
Nice. Nice.
Are you going to do any more recon? Because you can't really see a lot of the courtyard from here.
Yeah. I guess it depends on how long we can safely stay here.
Well, you're in the shithole. Literally.
Yeah.
I had to ask too, did you... You said you were bringing rope and pittance. Were you going to use that to mark your way to this place too as well?
Yeah, we definitely did that.
Okay.
They were for climbing, but we turned out not to need them, so yeah, make a path.
Sounds good to me.
It works better than the breadcrumbs idea, anyway.
Alligators would keep eating the breadcrumbs.
The Trail of Turds wasn't working out so well either.
Why were the breadcrumbs brown?
It had to be whole wheat.
So could I maybe
follow the yellow corn road?
Observe for a while, see if there's like a shift change structure or anything like that, or if like a patrol pattern that I might notice through my skills of observation.
You can try with observation, sure.
All right, I'll try with observation.
Good luck, Robot Man.
Wow, you guys are rolling pretty good today.
I know, it's crazy.
How nice for everybody else.
That was an epic twist.
I would have loved to have rolled a 6 and gained the pratfall skill.
That would have been pretty good.
All right. So you watch for a while, and you get the impression that they just did change the patrols. Because they're not really going anywhere. They seem kind of fresh. So
we know roughly the time.
Although right now anything seems fresh in comparison to...
That's true.
Do you ever feel not so fresh?
As for patrols, it's difficult to pin that one down because there's a lot of people moving about at the moment due to the explosions.
But
fair. You do definitely know that a lot of people. I mean, the shift change happens around this time.
Okay, so that's good information. I think we've got a plan coming together. Let's head back and see how the others did with their costume procurement.
All right. In fact, let us go ahead and end there.
Okay.
Right. Sounds like a good point.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Yeah. Made some good progress today, guys.
Yeah.
Did. Good job, team.
We accomplished things, and Gyrax managed to not get exploded.
Yeah.
Always good.
It's impressive.
I'm just glad I didn't have to go wading through poop.
Banner day!
Well, next episode.
Yeah.
It's a pretty integral part of the plan.
I feel like Frazzle Fuse could have ridden on Deb's shoulder like Yoda.
Well, we did for a while.
That's explicitly what happened.
Eventually.
Way to pay attention, Co.
Did I fall asleep again? What time is it?
It's pretty late. But we got a lot done, and I
It's
felt
Saturday.
it was a pretty fun session.
You missed the 4th of July.
I love it.
Well, thanks again for running for us, Steve.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And when we get back, we're gonna save the day by stealing from a church.
Nice.
But it's stealing something they stole.
Yeah, there is that.
You're reverse stealing.
Yeah.
We're unstealing, so that makes it morally better.
Exactly.
Perfect. Now we're justified in our actions.
Exactly.
It's a reference, I get it.
You were like returning... Nah, that was going to get too political. Never mind.
Until the next time, all the best.
Indeed.